Hello everybody and welcome back to AdobeLive.com. If you just got an alert on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel to watch the live session, please come on over to AdobeLive.com because that's where the whole experience is. This is where you have access to the chat, that's where you have access to the schedule of upcoming events. We are here on day one of our graphic design stream, live from San Francisco, where it is currently exactly 1 p.m. And there's also a tab for the contest, a contest where we invite you to download an Illustrator template and use it to promote your activity or your current work or just your creativity simply, and publish that to Twitter using the Adobe Live hashtag. So actually the instructions on how to use the template are exactly in the template. So download the template, read the instructions, and participate in our giveaway. We'll be giving away 10 one-year subscriptions to Adobe Creative Cloud at the end of the week, after we've looked at all of the entries. And maybe we'll have some time to look at some of the entries and give you guys some creative feedback or some constructive criticism, let's say it like that. And there's also, of course, the Replays tab. And in the Replays tab, we already see that there's the live events that we did with Elena, and just now, of course, there will also be the replay of the stream that just ended. And as time goes by, day after day, that's where you will find all of the replays. And so, because that's a question we get very frequently inside of the chat, it's can we watch these streams at a later stage, or I don't have time now. I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
You're hungry, but you can't eat because we are on stream right now.
You can eat on the stream.
Yeah, we can eat on the stream. No,
Really?
let's not.
Okay.
Let's not mix eating and live streaming. All right. So AdobeLive.com. That's where everything is happening, and we are now live with Nina Chen.
Hi.
A designer from San Francisco.
Yes.
So you didn't even travel that far to come here
Yeah.
today. Well, you came over the bay, right?
Right.
Because
Because I live near Berkeley, so today I took the Uber to come here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
yeah. That's a long ride. That's a long Uber ride to Berkeley.
Nice driver.
Yeah, nice Uber.
5 stars.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a 5-star.
5-star driver. All right. So hello everybody in the chat. A quick, round of the chat of where you guys are from. I see somebody from Ukraine. I see people from, let me see here. Update my chat here. Sao Paulo, Brazil, Belgium. And, there's always like a little lag with the chat. So basically, if you ask a question, and there's no answer right away, it's not
Okay.
because they're ignoring you.
Okay.
It's because, technically speaking, whatever happens in the chat is like about 30 seconds later.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So that's
No
one thing.
worries.
Oh, here we go. Germany, Sweden,
Ooh.
Tennessee,
Hello.
Netherlands, Denmark, Canada,
Hello.
Texas. Oh, but lived in Berkeley for 25 years. Hey, Thomas. Welcome back to the stream. Italy, Puerto Rico, Germany, all over the place.
Wow.
Russia, Colombia, England, Sweden, Berlin. All right,
This
guys.
is so cool.
This is so international. And this is what I love
Yeah.
about these live streams is that we have a very international crowd. So, Nina, let's start with you. And a quick introduction. Who
Okay.
are you, Nina?
Yeah. Okay, my name is Nina and I'm from Taiwan. Yes, and I'm right now I'm a student. I'm in graphic design degree at Academy of Art University, which is located here in San Francisco. Yeah.
All right. So, great. A student on the stream. And
Yes.
so we'll be very excited to see what we're going to be working on with you. But before we actually start on the project, why don't you give us a little bit of introduction about the work you've done so far,
Yes.
and so we get to know a little bit of your style and your ideas and
Okay.
the directions you're taking.
Okay, the first I haven't have much project that is on my behance because I just started like before 1.5 years ago. And the first project I want to introduce is this one. It's a book design. This also is a school project, and the project I'm going to do in these 3 days is also based on this one. Yeah, so this book design is based on a episode from This American Life. Yeah, it's a radio show, and the story I pick is about stories that people they encounter some problems at a particular time, and then they figure out that what it will be happen like after few years later. So it's really interesting that when you are listening to the story, you are experience the different timing at the same time. So I use type. I play with the type that to show the idea of the story. I use like a lot of contrast, black and white, and big and small, like play with the scale. And also I divide the type. So it makes sense with the title, like it makes sense when you're older. Yeah.
It will all make sense when you're older.
Yes. And yeah, so also it's a radio show, so I want to put the listening experience transferring to the reading. So like this one, when you read the line, you can also feel the emotion of it using like start with a bold type and then make it thinner. Like when you read it, you can feel the emotion like it's, oh gosh. Yeah, it's something like that.
The tone of it, yeah.
Yeah, the
I love
tone
it.
of it. Yeah, so it's really interesting. Yes, and this is some of the, yeah. So when you read the lines, you can feel the tone and the emotion. Yes.
Very nice work, and that got featured on the InDesign Behance page,
Yes.
on the AIGA, and graphic design.
Yes.
Awesome, that's quite a feat, right?
Yeah, for one project.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and I also make it to a website and a app. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay. So for the project I'm going to do these 3 days is based on the same concept about this. Yeah, so.
Is there any other project you want to show us before we start, or maybe we can look at another project tomorrow? It's
Yeah.
all up to you.
Okay, we're going to look it up tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
You're master of your time,
Yes.
and you have 2 hours now to wow me and the audience here.
Yes. Okay, so we can start right now. So first, when I start a project, that I will do like a creative brief. So it's like a research that you will know about the background and the intentions, the objective of the project. So like for the event I'm going to create is about a type exploring the type event. So the intention, so I'm going to make a poster first, and then a ticket for the event that you can attend, and also the booklet. Okay, so the first is we have to know the intention. So it's I list 3 of them. First is to promote the event and attract the target audience, and also show the information about the event. And also, the audience will be like people who are interested in type, yeah, and people who are in the design field. And the deliverables will be poster, ticket, and booklet. And for the keywords is I want to make it like very playful because it's about exploring type in a fun way. Yeah, and play with the spaces. And also for the visual system, I will use like this kind of color. It's have a quite interesting contrast, like peach orange, pink, green, and the secondary will be the purple and based on black and white.
So I know this is a question that will come up in the chat. How did you choose these colors? I mean, what was the idea behind them, or do you have a system for selecting colors? Do you
For this one, it's like I get inspired by when I saw other people's work and I think, oh, this color palette is really interesting. Then I will get inspired by them. So the color I came up is something like that. Yeah.
Awesome.
And because also the color is really interesting with compare like with the black. It will be have a lot of contrast, so it will look visually interesting. Yes, and also for the typography, the type I'm going to use is Univeil because it have a really big range of width and style, so you can play with it a lot.
Yeah, that's always a good idea when you do typography work is to really choose a family of fonts that is a very large family that goes all the way from ultra light to super extra bold.
Yes, yes, that's right. Yeah, and also the graphic elements would be like line and black dots, black square dots. Yes.
All right.
All right.
So you gave yourself a brief.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then we can start with, I'm going to use Illustrator to create the poster first.
Ricky's asking, do you use any mobile apps like Capture It to remember the colors you liked, or do you just take a note of them in a...
Yeah, just take a note of them or save the image. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Can start with a new document, and I'm going to like make it a medium poster, so it's going to be 18 by 24 inches and a little bit bleed. I'm going to call it poster. Event poster. Okay. Okay, and I will start with the grid. Grid is really important because it can help you structure the type and illustration and more efficiently. So here in Illustrator, I'm going to use like, okay, 16 by 22. Make it right here. You can also align it, like align to artboard. Okay.
To be super precise.
Yes. Okay, and then you can go to path, slip into grid. I want to make it a 10 by 10 grid. It's like a modular grid, so okay, and then
I missed that. How
text.
many columns did you put in?
10.
10? Okay.
10 by 10.
I was just asking because, like even numbers make a more balanced
Yes.
design, and uneven numbers make a more, how can I say, less balanced design. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Make it to grid. So you'll have a grid right now. And because for this project, the grid is like helping me to structure, but I won't like heavily rely on the grid because I'm going to play with the type. So, okay, first we can start with the title. The event is going to call. Okay, make it bigger. It's going to call the beauty
Ron is saying, where did you go to create the grid?
grid. Where?
Yeah.
Oh, in Illustrator.
Mm-hmm.
Here I just like use the rectangle first.
Yep.
Should I do it again?
Yeah, just do it very
Okay.
quickly, maybe just on a new blank document, just because I think that's a nice tip
Okay,
in
sure.
Illustrator.
Okay, one more time. First, like you have to decide the size of the rectangle, and I'm going with 16 by 22. Okay. And then align it with the artboard. I think. Yes. And go to object and path. Here, split into grid. Grid. And then here you can like start with how many rows and columns you want to use. And I use 10 by 10. And then here, I don't know how to call this, like
the contextual menu.
Okay, and then you can make grid guides,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and that's your
Perfect.
grid will be here.
And Thomas Banner also said any Illustrator shape can be converted to a grid with a make grid command. That's right. That's what happened.
Yes. Okay. So we go back here for this is the title of the event. It's called The Beauty of Type. And let me think. Okay. So I will change it to Univel. I'm going to use bold, like because it's the title. So you have to have the hierarchy. I will use a really simple like composition because the type I'm going to play here is going to be like very playful. So the other title and subtitle and the information of the event will be like a very simple composition. Like this.
Terry White is in the house. Hi, Terry, and welcome back. Terry White is on our team as well, and yeah,
Okay.
he
Hello.
lives on the other side of the United States.
Cool.
So thanks for joining. He's very good at streaming about Photoshop and other design tools.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Regular streams on Facebook and on YouTube. So check out the Creative Cloud YouTube channel and also the various Facebook pages that we have around Adobe. And talking about the YouTube channel, the Creative Cloud YouTube channel, there's many benefits to subscribe to the Adobe Creative Cloud YouTube channel, especially this week, because first of all, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel, you get alerts. If you choose to get alerts about our streams, you get an alert every time we're live, and that can be very useful to not miss a thing, or like get an alert and then decide whether you want to watch it or watch it later. And that's really cool about YouTube, is that all of these live streams are actually being saved as videos and can be watched later. But this week, we have a special thing going on. We're so close to 200,000 subscribers on our Creative Cloud YouTube channel. And Michael here came up with this crazy idea of if we hit the 200,000 subscribers during this 3-day stream, we will raffle out to everybody who's inside of the chat. We will raffle out a ticket to Adobe Max. Yay!
Wow.
And Michael went as far as saying, we will not only give you a ticket, we'll also get you there. And then I went as far as saying, but wouldn't it be cool to get the winner on the live stream we're going to be doing from Adobe Max? This is getting so complex, but so good and cool. So remember, if we're going to hit the 200,000 mark during this 3-day live stream, there is a great opportunity for everyone who's following us in the chat. So, yep, Diego, that's right. There's 1,948 subscribers left. 1,948. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Statistically speaking, this is not so out of reach. Yes. Call your friends. Call your family.
Okay, so here comes the fun part. I'm going to use the title and divide and make it to like individually and play with the letters. So the beauty of type.
Bruno says, let's start a Kickstarter and buy the followers. No, that's not a good idea, Bruno.
And okay, so the first style I'm going to choose is Univel's Condense. And the second one I'm going to choose is Make It Bold. That's how I create this kind
Okay.
of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So using different style and the same font family. So the next one I'm going to use black extended. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to expand them and make them individual, so you can like you can start to play with them.
The individual letters.
Yes.
That's right. We stream twice a month. Once from San Francisco and once from Paris every month. And that next month we'll be streaming 3 times because I'm going to have an extra stream in German. The week of the 16th, I think. I'm going to be streaming live from Paris in German. And that's right, Jeanette. It doesn't matter whether you're on YouTube, on the YouTube chat, or on the Adobe Live chat. It's the same chat. Of course, we invite you to come over to adobelive.com because that's where the experience is at its fullest.
Okay, so because the event is about exploring types, so I'm going to divide some of the letters and create the visual, the main visual. Like I just divide the U, make it more interesting, and maybe I will place it right here. Here. So it becomes elements that you can design in your poster. And I think everyone can try this at home. Like you can play with the type, you can divide it and see what it will looks like. Because Univel, this type is really beautiful, like in really big size or even small size. It's a legible type. Okay, so I'm going to reflect it. Here.
Well, thank you, Peter. That's nice feedback. This is my first time on Adobe Live. It's not the last.
Whoa.
I'll tell you that much. Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
So I'm thinking about using what kind of letter to compose the poster. That everyone can give me some idea. Like, so right now I'm exploring the type
Yeah.
and making my poster to be like really interesting. Okay. Try this. So it will have to have like more contrast, like this is really thin and this is really bold, and when they put it together it will have a great contrast.
So, Ruben, that's a good question. First of all, thanks for joining the stream, your first time today. So I hope it's the first of many other times. Do you guys stream live streams on After Effects, Premiere, and things like that? Yes, we do motion design streams, we do design streams, we do all sorts, and UX design streams as well, all sorts of workflows, because it's super interesting to see professionals actually work with our applications and see how they use them, how they come up with their ideas, how they are creative. So yes, we it's not only about graphic design. So there's whole bunch of other topics that we touch as well. So The only way you can know about it if you subscribe to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. So
Okay,
Joyce is
yes.
asking you, when do you know enough is enough? Like
So,
when, yeah, like
mhm.
like the fear of overdoing it, maybe, you know.
Yeah, so I think it's that you have to try.
Mhm.
So it have to like take you some time to arrange the type, the places, and I think it's a really fun creative process that
Mhm.
you can enjoy that. So when you will know that when will be
Mhm.
great. So you just have to try.
Yes, Frederick, that's what I just said about Adobe XD. We do streams about XD as well. And yes, Latifa, you can watch this again because it's going to be available as a replay. So if you have to go now, we are sad to see you leave, but you can watch the replay.
Don't leave. So like I just divide the T and make it, and it looks like this kind of interesting shape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay, I will figure this out later. Mm-hmm.
What's this game called, you know, with all the shapes that you have to put together to make other shapes?
Mm.
Do you know the game?
Yeah, I know. I
Ah,
forgot the
me too.
name.
Chat, help us.
Help us. Okay. Maybe I can place the T. Yeah, I think this looks like a face. Like this is the eye, the nose,
Ah.
and the mouth. I don't know, just came up. Okay.
No, it's not Tetris. No. It's not Tetris. It's actually an analog game. It's not everything has to be digital. You know? It's you have all these pieces, triangles and rectangles and things, and you put them together. No, it's not Tetris. Tangram. There we go. Thank you, Jung.
Oh.
Usually you have to build a square.
Yeah.
You have all the rectangles. and you
Yeah.
have to build a-
Yeah, but or you can make a duck or something, or you know, tangram. There you go. Yes, that would have been a good contest question, but maybe it will. Maybe tomorrow we can say, you know, what is the game we talked about yesterday, which wasn't Tetris? All right, Gabby says, Nina, I asked the same question to Veronica and would like to hear your answer too. In industrial design, we learned not to tamper with types. What do you think about that?
Yeah, like because for this project is exploring the type in a fun way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think this is what is the purpose I'm going to like divide the type.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if it is like it's for printed things and is you have to read the context,
Mhm.
then it's always not a good thing to like.
Yeah,
Destroy the
I
type.
think I agree.
Yeah.
Like what we're doing right now is not really tampering with type. This is actually deconstructing and using geometrical elements to actually make a composition here.
Yes.
So you know that's perfectly fine. one thing that is criminal is to use type, like a beautiful type like Universe here, and take like maybe the Roman version of it and make it condensed by skewing it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's criminal, right?
Don't do that.
There should be a design prison for that. So yeah, that's tampering with type because you are actually destroying the intention of the type designer. In this case, I think Nina is actually celebrating
Yes.
the type design by deconstructing it and using the type in beautiful new ways. David is asking to you, Nina, where do you draw inspiration from?
This one?
Nah, and like in general.
Oh, general. Like I like to read some of the design magazine, like Communication Art. I subscribe their things, so I can get daily emails about it. So they will introduce some really great projects and designers' works. Yeah. So also I like to record things that is happened in my daily life. I like to take pictures in my phone and write the feeling at that moment. Yeah, so it's always good to like record things that you happened. Yeah, so it can become my inspiration. Okay.
Yeah, Ricky, that's right. I pay my time for stretching type. That's right. I used to stretch type when it became possible, but that was like late 80s,
Oh,
1980s. And yeah, like I mentioned before, there was this application called Type Align, and it was the first time that designers could actually take a font and like do stuff with it, like make it round or stretch it or make it all types different shapes. So there was like this very short-lived trend of distorting type
okay.
until designers like said, okay, enough of that. You know, like,
Okay.
Ruben is asking, how would you define your design style, Nina?
Define my design
Yes,
style.
and what is it you enjoy designing?
I think my design style is more like, I think I don't have exact define my design style, right? Yeah, I'm still looking for my own style.
Your
I
own
think.
style, okay.
Yeah. And how do I enjoy design?
How do you what do you enjoy to design?
Oh, how do I? When I design stuff, I really satisfied me. I don't know, in a good way. And yeah, so I think it's really fortunate to make my interest into like what I'm for my work. Yeah, so being a graphic designer is really good for me. Yeah.
So Zoe, yes, I confessed to my crime, to my design crime, but like I said, this was in 1980. So it's a long time ago. In the meantime, I had a presidential pardon for it, and I'm not going to be doing time for stretching type in 1980. Does that sound legit? And Frederick said, do you enjoy studying at the Academy of Art University in San Francisco?
Oh yes, it's because I'm in a graduate program, so it's really intense, but I learn a lot, so I think it's really worth it. And it's always good to learn things.
Yeah, I think that's a question that frequently comes up in the chats. Is do you have to study design, or can you learn it by yourself? So of course you can learn anything by yourself, but I think the fact of being in a school actually puts you together with other real people that actually have your same interests and passions. And that's the first learning. And then, of course, the teachers are, the second part that's super important, is because they give you your experience. That's actually why you go to school. And if a teacher is good, their experience is, it goes over time, and it's experience. It's their background that they actually share with their students. So
yeah. And it's always good to get inspired by your classmates. Yeah, and get really good feedbacks from other your classmates and the instructor. Yeah.
David is asking, do you like to explore calligraphy by hand in your notebooks, or do you solely focus on digital typography?
For now, it's more digital. Yeah. But I would love to try, like, by writing the calligraphy.
So Adam, I think it's time to refresh your web browser, because Tangram was the question I asked maybe 20 minutes ago. Amir says, never seen any physical design teacher in my whole life, online only. Well, but you certainly, have people that inspired you, or that taught you things. Well, Frederick, yes, I have studied design as well. And I studied at the Art Center College of Design. Which is it's a school in Los Angeles, and they had a campus in Europe for about 10 years, and that's where I went. And then I worked for the school for a while, doing their corporate identity, and then I moved to Florence, Italy, because I said I'm sick of computers, and that was 1992.
Wow.
Yeah, in 1992, Rufus said, "Sick of computers, enough." I'm going to Florence to learn how to paint, and that's what I did. And but it took me like very little time to get back into graphic design and computers. And look where I'm now. I'm actually sitting in the building of computer software for design. So.
Wow.
And then I had my company in Florence for about 15 years. And I taught graphic design at an American school in Florence for about 15 years as well.
Okay.
And then one day Adobe called me and said, "Hey, Rufus, is there an airport in Florence?" And I said, "Mm-hmm." And I said, "Okay, we can talk."
Wow.
And then this new adventure started for me.
Awesome.
All right, thank you for keeping the count, Diego. 35 more subscribers in just half an hour. Awesome.
Wow.
We're getting there. We're getting to the 200K. Oh, that's so sweet, Sishan. Never went to design school. By profession, I'm a geologist, but graphic designing is my passion and Adobe Live my inspiration.
Wow.
Yeah, Account Zero, maybe one day I'll show you some of my work that I did at the art school.
Yeah, I would love to see.
Yeah, I don't have any now. But Misil. Yeah, these are good teachers. Deke and Morty are certainly good people to gather inspiration from. The Adobe headquarters are in San Jose, very close to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
And we're actually in the old Macromedia buildings. Do you
Oh.
remember Macromedia? Freehand? No, you wouldn't. Never mind. But many people here in the chat, they remember Macromedia and Freehand and all of these things. That's where we're actually in the building where Macromedia was.
Mm.
That's right. I still need to do that RGB workflow blog post. That's right, Adam. Thanks for reminding me. Fireworks. That's right, guy. Fireworks. Macromedia Fireworks. MX. Macromedia Freehand. Yeah. Of course, remember. Yeah, well, no, you know, if you say, of course, we remember, you know, we can already put you in a category of certain age. Because Nina here does not remember.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Evil Series, we will be doing a German stream again the week of the 16th, I think. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Just gonna get out of the camera just a second. Just, do you want any water or something? Are you okay? Oh, you have
yeah,
a
I
bottle
have
there.
water.
Okay. I'm back. That was short. That's right, Evil Series on the Adobe DE YouTube channel. That's the cool thing is that is it therapeutic a little bit? Is it like do you go into Zen mode when you do these things, or like do you totally relax,
Mhm.
cut your letters? And,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally relaxed. I'm just enjoying the moment.
Leonardo loves what you're creating.
Oh, thank you.
Onyx says you're so quiet. But of
I'm so
course, she's
quiet.
concentrating. She's being
Sorry.
inspired. She's cutting letters. And you know, most all like and during the stream, there's actually music. We can't hear the music,
Oh,
but
okay.
they have music, so silence is okay sometimes. You know, you can like chill and and you know the chat is taking care of itself. Everybody's
Okay.
talking among each other. Yeah, in the zone. Yeah. Oh, what music are we listening to? Good question. There we go. If you want to learn more, I know it's here. It's a Berlin-based artist, available on SoundCloud and Spotify. Andrew Applepie. No, Misil, I'm not fired from the night shift. There will be a night shift actually in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we will be live from Paris. Graphic design live from Paris in 2 weeks, and there will be the night shift. We call it the night shift because when we're in Paris, we stream from 4 p.m. to midnight.
Yeah, actually, I have saw that.
Ah, you saw it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
With Victoria.
Victoria, yes, Victoria
yeah.
Ivaldi, yeah. Yes, I'm negotiating with HR right now to see if Michael can do the night shift at least once, but it's not going to happen, I don't think. And Guy noticed that you're only rotating the letters at 90-degree angles. Nice, consistent style. Yeah, can you
Yeah.
imagine the mess if you weren't deciding?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would become messy very
Right.
quickly.
Good catch.
We're not creating chaos here, we're creating design.
Yes.
You know,
You will see.
design can be chaotic, but you know, in this case, we're talking about universe. And universe can never be chaotic. Well, you know, maybe somebody can prove us wrong. Maybe somebody can use universe in a chaotic way. Oh, and Ricky says, the night shift is my punishment for my crimes in the 1980s. No, I love the night shift. Oh, that's a cool question. Do you listen to music while you design, or do you feel like you focus better in silence?
It depends. Yeah, sometimes I like to work in really quiet, like no music and just by myself. And sometimes I really need some music to like help me like keep doing my work. So it depends. Okay. Now we can put the information about the event.
And Sidzel says, type in this illustrative way is just so good. Oh, so Tarek is on the night shift as well. Like, it's 1:47 p.m. in Pakistan right now, and he's working for a U.S. company, and his job is in the night shift. Well, thank you for tuning in to Adobe Live during your night shift.
Okay, so the event will be 25th to 27th. It's going to be the same time
Oh,
in the
on the
Adobe
stream?
Live.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Link to- I use a long bar to make it like more interesting.
Which was part of your plan, part of your brief.
Yes, using lines.
Aha, Guy Fackel, you noticed something. How do you get the lorem ipsum when you create a text box? That's actually new in Illustrator CC, right?
What?
When you create a text box, it fills with text already.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's new.
Yeah. Do you like it? Does it annoy you? You want the empty text box? I'm pretty sure there's a preference for that.
I like the empty one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, now in Illustrator, when you make a text box, it fills with text immediately.
Yes.
But you know what? I don't think it's a bad idea, just coming to think of it right now, because how many times has it happened that you create a text box and then you click out of it and you don't know where it is anymore and you just do another one?
Yeah,
And
right.
basically that's actually a good way to make sure you don't get stray empty text boxes.
So the event will be in San Francisco.
Yes, of course, Adam, there's people who like the feature, people who don't like the feature, but it can be turned off. But like I just mentioned, I think it's a very good way not to have empty stray like text boxes. Ah, that's a good point. In XD, empty boxes disappear. Where do they disappear? What if you wanted an empty box? And you create an empty box and want to use it in 5 minutes. Why should it disappear? I don't know. These existential questions that come up in these streams is you have to think outside of the box, but you have to create the box first. Yes. Hmm? Now is the time of the night shift?
It's like 11 p.m.
Yeah, right.
This is a kind of night shift
Yeah, it's an afternoon shift, which is a night shift somewhere else.
for us.
Yeah,
The jet.
it's with the jet lag. It's night shift all the time. You know Philippe Appelois, a French designer? Let me see if I can find something. Because this reminds me a lot of the style. Yeah, I'm just gonna move over very quickly to Philippe's website. Yeah. Oh, it's there already. So easy.
Yeah, one thing.
Yeah, one click. All right. So yes, basically that's Philippe Appelois, and he, he does these experimentations as well. I mean, he's very, very talented. He even has, his work in he did exhibitions in Saint Pompidou, I think even in MoMA, and these type of things and type experimentations. Yeah. And I was very lucky that he was actually in Rome because the French government gives artists like the possibility. I don't know. I think it's called the Prize of Rome or something. And he didn't have time for some of the work from the agency because he had to do these things. So he actually asked me to help him with this work. So yeah, check it out, Philippe Appelois. And yeah, this reminded me a little bit of your color scheme. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, really interesting works.
Yep. All right. Guest. Boom.
Okay.
So maybe some of you are here from the last stream as well. I just wanted to make something very clear about font licensing. There was this question about, does my client need to buy the font if I make a logo with a specific font or if I use the text or something? So the definitive answer is, so the question was, does my client need their own font license to use the designs? And the answer is no. Not if you are creating documents that embed the font data, such as PDFs, JPEGs, or PNGs. Okay. However, if your client needs to have the font installed to edit your design, they will need their own license. Right. So I think that pretty much clears up everything, all the questions that we had before. So if the font is embedded in the designs you provide to your client, they will not need the font, or not need the license for it. And that comes from the adobe.com help pages about Typekit. I didn't just make it up. Yes, Adam, Philip is a fascinating speaker. His process is very, very complex. And I wouldn't say it's tedious. I would just say it's very complex. His thinking process is very complex. That's right.
Okay, we can try the color first and see what it will look like. Okay, so going to add a layer, and I already put the my color in the library.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Okay. So
How do you find these CC libraries?
how do I find
Yeah,
it?
because they weren't always there.
What do you mean by
There wasn't always a CC library.
it's in the new version?
Yes, but no. Did you use? I mean, before CC libraries, it was much more difficult.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you started using CC.
Yeah, I just started when after it in the
Wow.
version.
Okay, so you don't remember a world without libraries. Okay. All right. Okay, guys.
Of course I would
I think, Michael, this is it. Yeah. There's now a generation gap, and we're on the wrong side of the fence. Yeah.
guess the primary color would be the orange and green.
This is priceless, really. Like, I mean, sorry, I have to laugh, but like, what you mean? CC lab? No CC libraries. Great stuff. I love it.
So I'm going to try put the letters in this green and orange and see what it will looks like.
Everybody's feeling old in the chat now. Oh, Mr. Curious says, when you're older, it's all gonna make sense. He remembers that from
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
So yes, yes, to the point. To the
Yes.
point. Yeah, or we can do like many of you. Miss Hill says, "I'll just dab my way to my bed." Like, yeah, we all go to bed now, fetal position.
I'll make these white because I'm going to use a black background.
Looks good.
Thank you. Yeah, but I think you will have some adjustment and refine.
Bruno says, looking great with the grid as well.
With the grid?
Yeah, like I've seen some designs
Oh,
that
yeah.
that keep the
Yeah.
grid. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, if it have the grid, it looks much more interesting.
The shortcut for the grid, I don't know, what is it? Do you know the shortcut for the grid to show and hide the
Shortcut?
grid?
Oh, command and this column?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it depends. You have a, yeah, you don't have, what, how would you define your keyboard? It's a QWERTY keyboard, but also
QWERTY?
QWERTY.
QWERTY.
Yeah, QWERTY, QWERTY.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes. Okay, I think the poster will be like it looks nice with the color and also have the flow of like the title and the information here. And we can do a series of posters like using different color. So do one here. Okay, I think I'm going to like redo another one that it won't be like just repeating the same placement and just change the color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so for this one. Because for today, I only plan to do the poster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I didn't know that I do it so fast.
Okay, no problem. We can do color variations and.
Yeah. Okay, so. And we will do the ticket tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And also start with the booklet for the event, the brochure. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we'll do it again. I'll turn them back to black so it won't like distract by the color. So here comes again that how I make the grid. Okay. Go to path, split into grid. Okay. Then
Adam, now actually the sunset photo of San Francisco was from the top of the building I'm staying at. Yep. It's not from the flight end. That would be a little bit low. I would be scared if my flight was solo on San Francisco.
Okay, I have to do the grid again because it's not aligned to what I want.
You're using the same grid, or are you trying another grid?
I'm going to use the same grid.
Okay.
So people who are just, if they just turn into this live, then they can see that how I
Create the grid, yeah.
and also the poster again. So for this time, I think I'm going to choose another style.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So we got a completely different type of. Pavel is asking, is there a reason why your grid is not square based?
No,
No reason at all.
no reason. I think this is too condensed.
Thank you, Miss Hill. See you tomorrow. Bye bye for now. And yeah, the bleed preview in Illustrator, absolutely spiffing. That's a good idea. Although the bleed preview, of course, is super essential in InDesign, where you have multiple pages and you quickly need to check, whether you have all the elements that are actually inside of the bleed. In Illustrator, you typically do one pagers. So you have much more control, much more knowledge of how your elements are actually placed. But it's a good idea. So Guy Fackel has a good point. Do you collaborate with the printing company with your finished work, or do you leave that to the client? I think it's essential for the designer to be in good contact with whoever makes the output, because that will define the way you create the documents. That will define the way you create the PDFs. That will define a whole bunch of design choices you will make. The number of colors, whether it's Pantone colors or whether it's a CMYK plus Pantone. So I think leaving it up to the client is dangerous, and can also lead to misunderstandings. And if there's a problem with printing a specific color, then it suddenly becomes your problem, even though you're not involved. So I think it's a bad idea. I think the designer should be actually in charge of following up on the work, and definitely, yeah.
I just found that I removed the title from the previous.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to save it right now. Okay, save.
Do you ever use the recolor artwork to generate other color versions?
Again, sorry.
The recolor artwork?
Recolor artwork.
Yeah. So for example, if you select everything on that page,
This page.
yeah, and go over to edit, I think, edit colors, and recolor artwork. And basically, this now allows you to, to change it to bright colors, for example. Why not? See, whoa, okay. Let's move it to the side a little bit. Or maybe suddenly if the customer tells you, oh, I can only print it in 2 colors, you can actually say here, colors, 2 colors. And say, where's the preview? Okay. And so these 2 colors, oh, it's already done. 1 color. Okay, that's actually 1 color. That's different tones of the same color. So very easily you can do things like that. Or you can say, I want just to use grays. Okay, or like we said, like bright colors. There's a whole bunch of different things that we can do here. There's also a color wheel, which is super cool. You can now choose from different color books. Like let's take colors from, I don't know, flowers. Okay, boom, and it takes it like this. Or if you go here, no, where is it? Cancel. Where's my edit? Okay, edit. So these are all the colors of your poster, and you can actually say, okay, this would actually go here, and you can really define different types of colors directly from here.
Oh, interesting.
Pretty cool, huh? Just cancel out of that.
Okay. So now I'm going to restart the process again.
And get a completely different
yes.
result. And also, if you don't have the contact with your printers, or at least know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to the print world, it's so easy to start the blaming game, because maybe the printer will mess up, and because the printer doesn't know you, the printer will say to the client, "Oh, but the designer is really bad. He didn't know how to create the document." All sorts of stories can happen. So my advice is always know as much as you can about the whole workflow, and yeah, be in control.
I have my own printer, inkjet printer. It's a really big one, like this big, and it's really heavy. Yeah, so I print my my works by myself. Yeah.
Yeah, but in this case, we're talking more about commercial printers.
Yeah, sure.
And I must say that when I had my company in Florence, the printers I used to work with were so sure to get documents that were correct, that they wouldn't have to like tweak my documents, that they actually made discounts to my customers. So so it's all as long it's all about a conversation. That's right, Christopher. Take a personal visit to your printer company, drink coffee, and have a conversation. I don't know, Adam. Does Nina use custom color profiles when printing her works?
No.
No. And I was also in when I was in the design industry, I'm also in the time when, the whole thing moved from printers wanting to take your original files, so your design files, and print from those, to a world where it was safer and better to actually provide PDFs. And I actually forced the PDF process so much around Florence. Forcing printers to accept it. And I said, if you don't accept my PDF, you're not getting my InDesign file, you're not getting my Illustrator files. It's a PDF. So, learn and just understand that this is the best possible way. And now everybody does it. So what classes do you take at the school?
Now I'm doing my thesis right now, and also type classes. And because we have 3 classes one semester, and another one is about integrate communication design.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your thesis about?
Oh, my thesis is about I want to enhance the interaction between parents and children while they are visiting art museums.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because many parents, they have hard time to help their children interact, engage with the artworks. So I think if I can use my profession, using graphic design to help them guide them or give them some chance to have better interaction, then I think it will be
I'm looking
great.
forward to seeing
Yeah.
that when it's done on your Behance page.
Yeah.
That's right, Evil Series, the stupid PDF syndrome. Can't believe that you saw that. Well, Michelle Berkey, why are PDFs better? Because PDFs are a printing standard. That's what they've become. Anything can go wrong if a printer opens your InDesign file or Illustrator file. Maybe there's a font missing, or a font with the same name, or a font with the same code, or maybe a color gets interpreted wrong. And then it's always going to be your fault anyway. Now, if you present your printer with standardized PDFs like PDFX, which is the standard for printing PDFs, there's very little that can go wrong because it's a standard. The PDF follows a whole set of rules that even if one of those rules is not being respected in the PDF, it's not a certified PDFX. And all Adobe applications can actually create those PDFXs, and that's the best way to send it to a printer. Period. Ah, that's right, Evil Series. I remember now. You commented on the video. Yep. I did a public service announcement quite some years ago about the stupid PDF syndrome, and I was really sad on the video.
Oh.
Yes. Bye, Vanessa. Catch you next time. Yes, Michelle, all of these things, can be in a PDF. Layers of foils, spot gloss, anything. And you have control, and that's the main point. If you give your files away, you don't have control anymore. And anything can go wrong. Uh-oh, Evil Series just published the link to my stupid PDF syndrome video. Yes, David, she's making another version of the poster, completely new, using the same technique. And I'm going to be curious to see the difference between the two. And maybe, in the chat we can then vote the one that should be kept.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom. Catch you later. And hi, Rachel. Welcome to the stream. People come in, go out. It's like very chill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Maybe the Shape Builder tool could speed up that workflow. Have you used the Shape Builder tool much?
Shape Builder tool? Can you show it to me?
Yeah. For example, let me see. I'm just going to take a couple of letters. And let's see. Take this one, for example. Okay, now if you select these and with the shape builder tool, you can actually say, okay, this I want gone, or these two I want together, or I can actually design the shapes I want to keep, and it makes it very easy to create these shapes without having to use the Pathfinder tool.
Oh, okay.
But it gets a little bit of
Shape builder
getting used to, so I will not ask you to use that for now. Yeah.
I will try it at home.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the shape builder tool is the best way to. Pathfinder is the old way of doing things. But like I said, whatever works.
Yes.
Thank you, Pavel, for reminding us of the shape builder tool.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome, Rachel. Rachel is a 5th grade teacher who loves learning new techniques and using them on her flyers and worksheets to grab the kids' interest early on. You're a mere beginning at the program, but it's never too late to start. That's right, Dylan. The Shape Builder tool is one of those tools that makes your life super easy once you know how to use it properly and you know all the shortcuts that go around it. So we have about 25 minutes left, Nina,
Okay.
just so you know. Amar, yes, you can use multiple languages in design or in InDesign. I don't know. I don't understand your question, Amar. Please rephrase it. Yeah, A-Vision, if you just joined us, maybe you're not grasping what Nina's doing, but basically we're creating a poster, and tomorrow we're going to be creating other collateral around that exhibition on type.
Yes.
And yes, it's a process, and then in this case, it's the process of deconstructing letters and putting them and laying them out on the page in a different way. Oh, that's cool, Dorina. It's always... Oh, here we go. The music, here we go. It's Andrew Applepie. That's right, LNL, same time tomorrow. And if you come over here to adobelive.com, there's a whole bunch of tabs at the bottom of the page. One is for the chat, one is for the schedule, and there's the schedule, the full schedule for Wednesday already there. We're going to start with Elena Miska, and then Veronica Cordero, Nina Chen again, and Christine Arth. Christine Arth is actually coming up in about 30 minutes here on adobelive.com, so make sure not to miss that. And the cool thing about the schedule tab is that you can add things to your calendar and be reminded of them. And there's of course the contest. And for the contest, we invite everybody to get a template that we've created. It's an illustrated template, and to customize it with your own work, your own designs, and your own information. All right. So and present it to us using Twitter and the hashtag Adobe Live. So that's one way we will find these. And there's also the tab for the replays, because that's a question I always get. Can we watch this later? I don't have time now. Can I come back later? Yes, all the replays are there, and you can actually access them very, very easily from the replays tab. And while we're doing that, let me see here. Somebody even posted about watching the stream. See,
Oh.
in a public place on a computer. Simon Hong. And let me check the number of subscribers we have on the Adobe Creative Cloud YouTube channel. Oh, wow. 198, 123,000. Yes. So basically what we've done during this stream, if we hit the 200,000 subscribers during these 3 days, we will pick a lucky winner out of the chat, and that lucky winner will get a ticket to Adobe Max.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's nice.
So remember, subscribe to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel, and that's also the best way to get notified when the little notify button here, like next to the subscribe button, there's a little notify thing. And if you press that, you will get notified every time Adobe Creative Cloud is actually live. Well, I wouldn't say it's just a show, String Beans. I would say this is a showcase of other people's creativity and how they approach creativity, how they approach a project. In this case, we actually have a brief that we looked at the very beginning of the stream. And the brief we're actually applying, like what's the intention, what's the audience, what are the deliverables, what are the keywords that inspire this design. So,
Yes.
and basically the Adobe Live streams actually are all about creativity and workflows and process and to get to know how other people work. And in many cases, it also gives everybody a lot of confidence because you realize that you're not alone doing specific things, or there's some other things that that you can improve. So it's not just a show, String Beans. I wouldn't call it like that. Yeah, Andres is asking, wondering if you can say anything about the process while you're doing these things. If you want to just say a few words about how you decide to cut and when and why rotate and why do you place things in a specific area of the page?
Yeah, I think it's mostly like because I'm trying and just exploring, so there's not like why I do this or when should I do this. It's like in the process I'm already just like exploring this kind of type and flip it. So that's what my creative process right now doing this design, this poster.
And remember that all of these letters who have been taken out of their context all
Yeah.
belong to the words "the beauty of type."
Yes.
Age of Atlantis, a high five for working on the trackpad. Do you ever use a mouse or a Wacom tablet or something like that?
No, I only use this.
Me too. Yeah. So, high five.
Yay.
Yay. Only trackpad.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been designing with a trackpad forever. Since the trackpad came. Since I moved from a desktop computer to a laptop.
Yeah.
So Rachel, during this 3-day stream, it's all about graphic design. And we have other streams that are about motion design, about XD, UX design, UI design, and things like that. So yeah, so follow, subscribe to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel and get all of the information as it becomes available. Pavel, you're asking Michael, but did you want to ask me? I don't know. Will you have a booth? Yes, we will have a booth at Adobe Max. We will actually be streaming live from Adobe Max again, exactly like we did last year. Yep. And please do come by and say hi in person. Have you always used an Apple machine or do you use other machines as well?
Only Apple.
Only Apple? Why?
Because
I'm being facetious, but like why?
good question. Why?
Who got you your first computer? Did you get it yourself or?
Oh, my parents. Yeah, and when I entered the design field, and they recommend me like not my parents, but my instructor. They say that using Apple will be much efficient for design to run this software, Adobe software. Yeah.
But that's the Adobe software works exactly the same on PC and Mac, but I guess it's just a matter of preference at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Marshall. Windows doesn't suck anymore. Windows 10 is actually, pretty good. Well, it depends. LNL, Apple is so much more expensive versus a PC. I don't know. I don't know if that's if you can technically say that because, Adobe applications have a certain hardware requirements for them to function, and to have them, have your machine, work well while using these professional applications. You have to pump up the PC, and the PC itself becomes more expensive. So I don't know if that's technically true. Kingoros, no, I don't think I can agree with that. That colors typically come out better if you're using a Mac. At least when you're working with a more standard monitor. I don't agree with that because I think in the end it all comes to calibration and the type of monitor you purchase. And of course, Mac monitors are top of the line, and if you get a top of the line PC monitor, you would probably get the same colors. So. It's easier to sell an Apple computer. I don't know. I've never sold an Apple computer. I've always used them until they broke. Oh, well, I'll leave you guys with the Mac versus PC conversation. I don't have a strong opinion on either. Valente is how often do you iterate your designs? Like in this case, we just created two because we had time to create another one. And basically, it's completely different than the first one. There's not even a shape that's reminiscent of the other one.
Yeah, because for this one, I use different style of the type. So I think this one is more like illustration.
Yeah.
You can see like this. Here's a face over here, and this one. Yeah. So it creates different kind of feeling of the poster.
So let's color this one as well.
Okay.
Okay, everybody in the chat, Michael is back, so shh. Marsha Wells, what is your favorite site to find freelance work? Do you do freelance work?
I
you just
started.
studied?
I'm the time. Yeah, study. I haven't started, right?
Okay.
I just started. Yeah, so.
But I have to say that, of course, Behance is a great platform.
Yes.
Because it's also tied to a community, it's tied to people who appreciate work, who will give constructive criticism, And believe me when I say a lot of people who are looking for giving work to somebody are actually using Behance to find talent, find people in their region, in their city, and or worldwide. You know, we have countless examples of people who have become famous on Facebook, on Behance. You know, from the most remote parts of the world, and who suddenly find themselves working for huge accounts and doing illustrations for New York agencies, you know, without having to be there. So the world has definitely changed, and you can literally live anywhere in the world and still be relevant as a designer. That is my true feeling.
Mm-hmm.
One question for Nina. How do you know when design is done, when it's completed?
I think you will always want to refine it. Yeah, no matter like when you go back and see your work, you will want to like refine it. So just follow your heart.
Yeah, okay. Like your gut feeling.
Yeah.
Pavel, you mentioned a site that these are not contests. This is for me. This is crowdsourcing design work, and this is something that I find very, very counterproductive for creativity and design. You know, like no, I think design, your talent, your work should never be diminished to you know, to winning just contests in quotation marks. So no, I think design is a respected job, and it should be respected throughout the process. So no, I would not mention that website. I would not even say the name.
Okay, I think it's almost done, I think. So here's a poster series of the event.
All right, chat, which one do you prefer? Which one is the one that we should be continue to use tomorrow when we start working on the collateral? Left
Which
or
one?
right? One or two. Let's just say the left one or the right one.
Yeah.
And remember, left is the side where you can make the letter L with your hand. Okay, that's how I figure out left. That's where left is.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So I don't have to think about it too much. Okay, left, and the other one is right. It must be right because I can't do an L. What?
You can memorize it.
No, I could never memorize it. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Left. Yeah, there's definite. There's there's even people using the arrows. Okay. Yeah. Left. So basically, what does that tell us? Your first idea was the best.
Yeah.
All right. Here's to the first idea, and
Thank
that's
you.
where we're gonna be continuing to work on that idea tomorrow. What's the plan again? Can we see your brief?
Yes.
Because tomorrow, if we look at the schedule here, we're going to be back with Nina on what
1
time?
PM.
What 1 p.m. Okay. All right. Here it says 12:55.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 p.m. From 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. All right. And in about 9 minutes, we're going to be live with Christine Arth, and continue this this live stream on graphic design. So yes, so back to your creative brief. So we've created the general look, we've created the general graphics for it. Using Universe as a typography, using primary colors, and we haven't used the secondary colors much yet, like this one. Yeah. So we created the poster, and tomorrow we're going to start working on the ticket, and on Thursday we're going to be working on a booklet.
Yes.
All right. And what else can I say? Participate in the contest on adobelive.com. Get the template, download it, personalize it, customize it to your own desires, and publish it to Twitter using the Adobe Live hashtag. And on Friday, we will be giving out 10 one-year Creative Cloud subscriptions to the best use of the templates. And oh yes, and I always forget about that. That's huge. And also Adobe Stock credits for a full year. All right, so I think that's 10 credits for stock imagery a month. And remember that if we hit the 200,000 YouTube channel subscribers, the Creative Cloud YouTube channel subscribers, there's like the bonanza. There will be one winner of for a ticket to Adobe Max. Michael will pay for the flights, and I will invite you gladly to our to our live stream from Adobe Max there to say hello to everybody. It's not the same.
Like I pay for the ticket and you invite someone to.
Yeah. No, that's okay. That's fair enough, right? All right. Any last words for today? How was your experience on the Adobe Live stream?
Nervous at the beginning,
yes,
but it's really fun
but
to.
then you chill out.
Yeah.
Day 2 will be chiller, and day 3 will be chill. All right, guys. So stay tuned. Christine Arth up in exactly 7 minutes. Stay tuned, and see you guys later.